Michael Weiser is Mike the Gun Guy.
Hey, this is Mike the Gun Guy, and in this video, I want to talk about physicians and guns, or what's been called docs versus Glocks. There's been a lot of chatter about whether doctors should ask their patients whether they own guns. And many of us who own guns don't think that it's the doctor's business at all to find out what we keep in our homes. And that's true, except for the fact that doctors do need to know about whether we have guns when the existence of those guns creates a health risk. Well, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that doctors should have any interest or concern about our Second Amendment rights. But the Second Amendment doesn't protect anyone who decides to commit a violent act with or without a gun. And it doesn't matter if the gun is pointed at yourself in the case of a suicide or pointed at someone else in the case of a homicide or an assault. Either way, when the wrong person, particularly a young person, gets their hands on a gun, the result is a health risk, and the Hippocratic Oath requires doctors to reduce risk. Now, I'm not talking about the gun owner who shows up for a regular checkup or because they need treatment for a specific problem with their health. I'm talking about people whose behavior is a red flag for violence, and if they get their hands on a gun, this makes it worse. For suicides, it's people who are seriously depressed or under great emotional stress. In the case of assaults, fatal or otherwise, it's substance abuse, a previous violent episode, or ongoing violence in the home. If you're suffering from any of these symptoms, your doctor has the right to know. If you report that kind of behavior about yourself or anyone else, the doctor is entitled to ask if there's a gun. Now remember, there's nothing that requires us to answer any doctor's question. But think about this. The issue of what we say and what we don't say to a doctor isn't about the Second Amendment. It's about trust. After all, there are things we talk about with our doctor which we won't share with anyone else. We talk to our doctors about illness. We talk about death, about an elderly parent who's losing their right mind, or about a teenage son who all of a sudden stops coming home at night. We talk to our doctor about very personal issues because we trust our doctor's expertise, we trust their discretion, and most of all, we trust their commitment to our well-being and our health. That doesn't make the doctor a vigilante looking to strip away guns, and it doesn't make the doctor our enemy if we say something that indicates a health risk. Again, I'm not looking to excuse anyone, doctors included, who try to get personal information from me that they or someone else don't need. But letting someone get their hands on a gun who has suicidal thoughts or desires to hurt someone else doesn't make a very good argument for the Second Amendment, for brains, or for common sense. And it certainly isn't something that your doctor shouldn't know.
You can read Mike Weiser's blog at the Huffington Post, or you can visit him at his own website at www.mikethegunguy.com. This has been a Yankee Remedy production.